My dears, good morning. Welcome to today's talk about magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. We are going to determine the value of B due to a straight current carrying conductor. This is a one of the application of Biot-Savart law. From the previous session, we already know what is meant by Biot-Savart law. The Biot-Savart law states that the magnetic field dB at a point P due to a length dl and current I is considered as dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. Mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square, where mu naught is nothing but permeability of free space, which can be considered as 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. I is the current, dl is the smallest element of the length of the conductor, sin theta is the angle between I and but the position P, and r square is nothing but the distance concept. Let's see how you are going to determine the value of B due to a straight current carrying conductor. For that, what we need to consider? Let us consider AB is a straight conductor. AB is what? AB is a straight conductor carrying current I. So this is about the assumption. Therefore, the net magnetic field or the magnetic field B due to a point P determined by Biot-Savart law. As per Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field due to a point P is determined. See, this is the figure. So from the figure, the I is the current, the L is the length of that element conductor, means we are going to consider a small part of the element, so that length is what? dl. So a point is there, that is P. We consider there are angles are there, are caps there. So we have triangular, we consider certain triangle, that is FEG. Let's see, we have the point AB. So AB is the straight current carrying conductor. As of or according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field due to P is considered dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl into r by r cube. This is not r bar, that simply it is only, it is a typing mistake. Just remember it as r only. Mu naught by 4 pi I dl into r by r cube. That's not r bar, r caps, is simply r. That's it, simply r. Ideal into r by r cube. From the above figure, see current conductor current, the carrying conductor current is what? I. We consider a smallest element, the length is what? dl. So that's why this current carrying conductor current with the length dl is what? Ideal. So we have r. So the r is what? The r is a unit vector from dl to p. What is dl? dl is nothing but smallest element length of a conductor. The conductor's smallest length we consider, that is as dl, from this one to that particular point p. Whatever unit vector is there, that is r caps. So it can be written as, so the angle between ideal and r caps is what? 180 degrees minus theta. Then it can be written as dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta of 180 minus theta by r square. See here, what is r square? See, the r whatever we have, that is changed into r. See, just divide the r by r, then this r by r is 1. That in the r by r place I took that one r caps, that is this one only. R caps is nothing but unit vector. So just divide with the r by r, this will be r square, that will be 1. In the place of 1 I consider unit vector, that is like r caps. So between ideal and r caps the angle is 180 degrees. So it will be simplified as ideal sine of 180 minus theta. So after simplification you will get dv equal to mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi idl sine theta by r square, idl sine theta by r square. So from the same figure, so triangle FEG or GEF, triangle GEF, where EF equal to DL. This is also typing mistake, that must be DL. The length of the element is DL, small DL. You must be consider as this is not capital DL, this is just DL, small DL, where EF equal to, from the triangle GEF. In the triangle GEF we consider or we assume that EF equal to DL, small DL, small, not capital letters, just it is a small DL. So from the triangle GEF we consider EG equal to EF sin theta, where EF equal to DL. Is it right? From the triangle GEF. So this is the figure. So from this particular figure, triangular GEF, we consider EF equal to EG sin theta, or EG equal to EF sin theta. So where EF is what? DL. EF, see the figure. EF is what? DL. EG equal to EG equal to EF sin theta, where EF equal to what? DL. EF equal to DL. So that's the reason this can be considered as EG equal to EF sin theta, where EF equal to DL, then EG equal to DL sin theta. From the same figure, EG equal to is what? EG equal to EP sin d phi. See, from the same figure, EG equal to, see, EG equal to EP. See, there is a phi is existing, so this can be considered as EG equal to EP sin d phi, where EG equal to EP sin d phi. From this figure we can assume. So therefore we can assume that one EG equal to EP sin d phi, where EP is nothing but R. EP is nothing but what? EP is nothing but R. So R sin d phi, it can be simplified as R d phi, R d phi. Therefore DL sin phi equal to, DL sin theta equal to R d phi. Therefore DL sin theta equal to R d phi. DL sin theta equal to R d phi. Therefore from the above concept, the equation dB, small dB, not capital, small d capital B, small d capital B, is written as dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi I d phi by R, I d phi by R, I d phi by R. Simplify these values. Whenever you are replacing, you will get this certain formation. dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I d phi by R. But from triangle EQP, what is triangle EQP? See the figure EQP. From this particular triangle, so here triangle EQP, triangle EGP, both are similar triangles. So here from triangle EQP, R equal to, small r equal to capital R by cos phi, capital R by cos phi. Therefore dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I cos phi d phi, I cos phi d phi by R. So we are replacing the value of R here. So that's the reason we are getting this formation. So dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I cos phi d phi by R. Therefore the total magnetic field at point P due to the entire conductor. Now from these all the assumptions, we can consider B equal to, so that is integral phi 1 to phi 2, integral phi 1 to phi 2, that can be considered as mu naught by 4 pi 1 by r cos phi d phi 1 by r cos phi d phi. Then simplify, you will get mu naught by 4 pi 1 by r, and this entire function can be considered as sine phi of phi 1 to phi 2. Here phi 1 is considered negative because it starts from a lower direction. That's the reason we taken that is a negative characteristic symbol. So here negative 1. So phi 1 phi 2, that can be the cos is considered to psi of phi 1 phi 2. Therefore b equal to mu naught by 4 pi 1 by r. This can be again, this can be considered sine phi 1 plus sine phi by 2. Sorry, sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. Mu naught 4 pi 1 by, sorry, not 1 by, this is I by r. Mu naught by 4 pi I by r of sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. This is about the total magnetic field at a point due to entire conductor is considered by using this function. For any conductor which is in infinite length, if the conductor, whatever conductor you are taking, if you are taking it is an infinite length, then the angles of phase angles of phi 1 phi 2 are equal to 90 degrees, phi 1 phi 2 are equal to 90 degrees. Then you simplify, you will get mu naught by 4 pi equal to, sorry, b equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by r. Mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by r. Therefore, what are the units of this one? Newton ampere, Newton for ampere meter. This is about the magnetic field due to a current. Which current? Straight current carrying conductor. Thank you.